Shalawam and praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harakar Kadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, and Shalawam to the hopeful elect. This is a news and prophecy and news, and this is something that's going on over here in the UK, dealing with a Brexit deal, and really playing into the prophecy. Everything we deal with is strictly from the Holy Bible, the scriptures. We go back to the Hebrew and the Greek, and we deal with a thing known as prophecy, all right? Which in this day and age is a rarity, but that's because we're in the time of Job 9:24, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who covereth the face of the judge there. If not, where and who is he? But basically, the point being, in the book of Revelations, it tells you that the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So now there's been outlined 3 main prophecies, being an RFID chip, World War III, and the return of Yahushua in the midst of World War III. These 3 prophecies are, outlined, these key prophecies in these last days. Basically, they're playing out, all right? And this Operation Yellowhammer is really part of that as well, all right? That's why, I'm reading this article. So the title reads, Operation Yellowhammer, No Deal Brexit Dossier Explained, all right? It's a big deal over here in the UK, dealing with the conservative government, which is basically your going back to the Romans, would basically be your Republicans, over there in the States. And they're basically ruling over the UK right now, the United Kingdom. And this no deal Brexit, going back to David Cameron, really is a fulfillment of prophecy, right? In Daniel, talking about Daniel the 2nd chapter, talking about being part strong and part weak, all right? Which I'll quickly draw for that now. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so I'll just read this. So now this is Daniel's 2:40, and the 4th kingdom shall be strong as iron. Now, when you had this statue, you had a head of gold, a chest of silver, I believe, and it's lucky, bear with me. Belly and thighs with brass and legs of iron. So the head of gold was Nebuchadnezzar, all right, the king of Babylon, being the most opulent kingdom that the earth has ever seen. But the 7, it had the hanging gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the old world, and basically they were renowned for their wealth, all right, but they didn't have as much domain as the kingdom that preceded it, being the Persian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, which represented the belly and legs of silver, which had more land, accumulated more land, but was less opulent as Babylon, and then was preceded by the legs of iron, being the Greek Empire. Sorry, let me just read it quickly because I'm butchering it. I don't want to go off on nothing, man. So I'll just quickly read it. All right. So this is Daniel's 2:31. Thou, O King, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before them, and the form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. All right. Thou sawest till the stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image, a great millstone, image upon his feet that were on the iron and clay, and break them in pieces. All right. So the image of fine gold, talking about Babylon, the breast and the arms of silver, talking about medieval Persian Empire, his belly and thighs of brass, talking about the Greek Empire, and the legs of iron, talking about the Romans. Now, as the image starts with gold, a more precious form of a precious form of a metal, it digresses into silver, which is more firm, more stronger, but not as precious. And the belly and thighs of brass, again, more firm but less precious. Then the legs of iron, much more firm but less precious. And then it part down to his feet of iron and part of clay. So the foundations of all these kingdoms really stands upon feet that are part of iron and part of clay. And that's why this stone cut out without hands is set to smite it, right, from the bottom up, basically. All right. And that's why it says, which smote the image upon his feet were of iron and clay, and break them in pieces. Now, let me go to my point. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron breaketh all things, all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. Talking about the Roman Empire, when they had rulership over the earth, what they do, man, they went around subduing all the nations because they had their great military might. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. So part of it, and the division is, okay, and it's gonna say, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. All right. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. All right, because clay isn't strong; it's easy to be broken. Iron is strong, so in part, it's strong and weak. But putting the two together makes it weak. All right. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, there shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And I was talking about the EU, the EU, NATO and the EU. The EU, if originally set up as the European the ECC, I believe. Bear with me. Let's go. Yeah, originally set up under the Treaty of Rome, all right, as a European Slovakia. Wow, this is not really straightforward as I thought it'd be, man. Slovakia, just bear with me one moment. Trying to find his name, man. That's it. European Economic Community, EEC. Slovakia, man. Sorry about that. Alright, so with that being said, so going back to it, part strong, part weak. So the weak part being the pigs, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, and Spain, alright? Where they don't have the same strength and fortitude as the other countries like Germany, France, and Europe, and England, alright? Or the UK. So that's a prophecy. Now, dealing with this, alright, going back to this article, it reads, Britain's level of preparedness for a possible no-deal Brexit has been in the headlines following a leak of secret government dossier. And I remember I did a previous video talking about how they had a mock-up of a contingency plan, how a diagram, how everything would play out. And they said it was just a whole skit. It don't have nothing to do with it. But basically now this has come out afterwards, which showing you the severity of the issue. But again, it's the way they relay this information to the people. It feels they make it feel like it's light work. Don't worry about nothing. It's all good. But the reason why they do that is because look, we told you. But it's really for the people that are in the know. And I'm gonna show you that at a point dealing with the reason why it's called Operation Yellowhammer in particular. Because that name isn't by chance. It didn't come up with, they saw a hammer and it was yellow. Oh, Yellowhammer. No, there's a reason, all right? Words carry vibrations and energy, all right? And they're personifying that through the left-hand side. So what is Operation Yellowhammer? Operation Yellowhammer is the code name for the overarching work across government to address the immediate impacts of a no-deal Brexit. And it's funny because Yellowhammer is actually, I googled it, and the first one that came up is the bird known as the Yellowhammer. And it's known as, some people call it a songbird, right? If you look it up, people will say that, but it's not actually a songbird, it's a perching bird, right? And the word perch means to basically, it's overarching, all right? So that's even a play into the word, and I'm going to get the proper depth of what the Yellowhammer is, all right? So that's why it's a code name, all right? Yellowhammer is the code name for the overarching work across the government to address the immediate impacts of a no-deal Brexit. Okay, it is one part of the government's overall preparations for such a scenario. Operation Yellowhammer covers 12 areas of risk, such as movement of goods and people across borders. All right, so they're dealing with the border control, and this should knock you upside the head and make you think about children of men. All right, what was happening with children of men? You had people that are from the EU, Europe. You had a woman, a so-called white woman, an Edomite woman, speaking what?